power, in its purest form, can twist the human spirit and lead even the mightiest rulers into darkness. History is filled with tales of war and tyranny, but some stories cross into the realm of the unspeakable: cannibalism. In the shadows of our past, we find rulers accused of consuming human flesh, driven by ritual, madness, or a lust for power. Today, we uncover 10 of history's most shocking tales of cannibal monarchs, peeling back myth and propaganda to confront the darkest expressions of power. From Africa to Asia and Europe, we journey into the chilling depths of absolute control. In 1970s Uganda, Idi Amin's reign was a spectacle of terror, public executions, torture, and mass murder. Darker rumors haunted his rule, tales of refrigerators filled with human remains, and Amin consuming the flesh of his enemies to absorb their strength. Whether fact or psychological warfare, these stories transformed him into a monstrous figure, wielding fear as his greatest weapon. The legend of Amin's cannibalism endures, a chilling testament to the horrors unleashed by unchecked power. 2,000 years ago, Qin Shi Huang unified China and sought immortality at any cost. Surrounded by alchemists, he pursued elixirs rumored to require human organs, believing he could absorb life itself. These acts, shrouded in secrecy, blurred the line between ritual and depravity. Qin's legacy is paradoxical, a nation's founder, yet haunted by tales of ritualistic cannibalism in his quest to defy death. His story reveals the terrifying lengths a ruler might go to escape mortality. Vlad the Impaler, Prince of Wallachia, became infamous for his cruelty, impaling thousands to terrify his enemies. Legends claim he dined among the dying, dipping bread in their blood, and feasted as a display of utter dominance. While historians debate the truth, these stories transformed Vlad into a monstrous icon, inspiring the legend of Dracula. Fact or propaganda, his legacy is forever stained by the specter of cannibalism. Vlad's reign remains a chilling reminder of how terror can become myth. In 17th century Hungary, Countess Elizabeth Bathory's name became synonymous with horror. Hundreds of young women vanished into her castle, their fates sealed by torture and death. Rumors claim she bathed in and consumed the blood and flesh of her victims, seeking eternal youth. Whether a sadistic murderer or a victim of conspiracy, Bathory's legend endures as a symbol of aristocratic impunity and obsession. Her story blurs the line between history and nightmare. In the Central African Empire, Jean Bedel Bokassa crowned himself emperor and ruled with shocking brutality. After his fall, investigators found human remains in his palace, and witnesses described being forced to prepare human flesh for state banquets. Bokassa allegedly believed consuming his enemies gave him power, turning his court into a house of horrors. Though never convicted of cannibalism, the evidence and testimonies left a lasting stain. Bokassa's reign stands as a modern example of power's capacity for monstrous excess. In the Aztec Empire, Montezuma II presided over ritual human sacrifices believed to sustain the cosmos. The flesh of sacrificial victims was cooked and consumed by the elite in sacred feasts, a communion with the divine. For the Aztecs, this was religious duty. For the Spanish, it was proof of savagery. Montezuma's participation in these rituals highlights the complex intersection of faith, power, and taboo. His story is a reminder that cannibalism can be woven into the very fabric of a civilization. Under Pol Pot, Cambodia descended into a nightmare of mass murder and dehumanization. Amid the chaos, reports emerged of Khmer Rouge commanders eating the livers of prisoners, a tool of terror to break spirits and assert dominance. While Pol Pot himself wasn't directly implicated, the cannibalism within his regime reflected the utter collapse of morality. The killing fields became a landscape where humanity's darkest instincts were unleashed. King Leopold II's Congo Free State was a realm of exploitation and horror, costing millions of lives. His private army enforced quotas with mutilation and terror, and reports surfaced of cannibalism among the brutalized soldiers. Though Leopold never set foot in Congo, his greed created the conditions for such atrocities. The cannibalism was not royal policy, but a monstrous byproduct of his rule. Leopold's legacy is a warning of how distant power can breed unimaginable cruelty. Caligula's reign over Rome is legendary for its excess and madness. Ancient sources accused him of unspeakable acts, including cannibalism during secret rituals, though these may have been slander. The very plausibility of such rumors reveals the depths of his infamy. Caligula's image as a cannibal tyrant endures, a symbol of absolute power gone mad. His story is a cautionary tale of unchecked authority and the darkness it can unleash. Shaka Zulu's military genius forged an empire but left devastation in his wake. In the chaos, accounts emerged of cannibalism among starving refugees and defeated tribes. Some stories claim Shaka forced conquered peoples to consume their dead as psychological warfare. Historians debate the truth, but the legend persists, a tool of terror and humiliation. Shaka's legacy is a stark reminder of how war can erase all moral boundaries. These tales of cannibal monarchs, whether fact or legend, are etched into history's darkest chapters. They warn us of the fragility of civilization and the horrors that absolute power can unleash. The shadows of these rulers remind us to question authority and remember the victims lost to history's brutality. Their stories echo as cautionary tales for every age.